Hello guys, welcome back. So we are looking at Test2c of the Lantern Quantitative Reasoning Book 6. All right, so we've got an example here. Now we've got two arrows here, two types of arrows. We've got one pointing up and we've got another one pointing down. So the one pointing up means you should multiply, while the one pointing down means you should divide. Okay, so that's basically the pattern. Anytime you see an arrow pointing upward, it means you should multiply. Every time you see it pointing down, it means you should divide. So let's look at the example. So the first one is 4 multiplied because it's pointing upward times 3. So 4 times 3 is 12. The second one is 16 because it's pointing downward. So we're going to divide by 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. That's how we get the 4 there. For the third example, we have 9 times the 6 divided by 2. So 9 times 6 is what? 9 times 6 is 54 divided by the 2. Okay, 54 divided by 2 is 27. All right, so that is how we go about solving this exercise. Now let's attempt some of the exercises. So number 11, let's start with 11. So we've got a number in a box which we do not know. So we're going to use y to denote it. Okay, so y divided by, because it's pointing downward, the arrow. 9 divided by 4 is equals to 16. So we're going to form an equation with this. So we'll say y over 4 is 16. 16 is 16. Okay, we can write this as over 1. What do? When you have a fraction, two fractions, you can cross multiply to an equation with a fraction. So it will be y times 1. So y times 1 is equals to 4 times 16. Is equals to 4 times 16. So y times 1 is y. All right. And 4 times 16 is 64. 64. Okay. So y is equals to 64. So the first answer there is option C, which is 64. All right. So that's basically how you go about solving this exercise. All right. So let's see other examples. Let's see other examples. So we've got another example, other exercise. So the next one, which is number 12. Number 12, we've got 5. So it's going to be 5 times, okay? 5 times y. Remember our unknown is y. Times 3 is equals to 60. 5 times y is 5. 5y, okay? Then 5y times 3 is 15. So we can say 15y is equals to 60. Now, when you have something like this, you can divide both sides by 15. Okay, so 15 into 15 is 1. 15 into 15 is 1. 15 into 15 is 1. 15 into 60 is 4. All right, so the answer is 4. That's option C. Then the next one is 8 times what gives 24. Already we know that 8 times 3 is 64. All right, so the answer, 8 times 3 is 24. Sorry, not 64. 8 times what gives 24? 8 times 3 is 24. So this should be 8A. Then the next one, so that's number 14. We've got two arrows, one pointing downward while the other is pointing upward. So it will be 70 divided by a number which we do not know. So we'll use y to denote it. Then times 10 will give us 100. Okay, so we'll form an equation again. So we are going to say 70 divided by y times 10 is equals to 100. All right. So we're going to form an equation. So that will be this, we can write it as over 1. This we can write as over 1. Okay. So we are going to say 70 times 10 is 700 over y times 1 is y is equals to 100 over 1. All right. So what do? We can cross multiply here. We use y to multiply 100, use 700 to multiply 1. So y times 100 is 100y is equals to 700 times 1 is 700. Divide both sides by 100, divide here by 100. Okay, 100 cancel 100, 1. Okay, then these two zeros will cancel these two zeros. So we are left with 7. So the answer there is 7, which is option D. All right. So the next one, number 15, says 9. Upward arrow means multiplication. So times 3, then downward, divide by. Divide by something we do not know, which is y. Will give us 3. Okay. So we're going to say 9 times 3 is 27. Divide by y, it gives us 3. So 27 divided by what is 3? Already, you can say 27 divided by 9 will give us 3. Okay, so the answer will be 9. All right, so basically that is how we go about solving such questions. All right, so that is exercise 2C of the Lantern Quantitative Reasoning Book 6. All right. So if you like this video, please support me by subscribing to the channel, and I'll greatly appreciate you. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.